Hi Nigel, how are you doing? How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm fine.
How excited are you for the start of the new season? I was just asking Matty James. It's almost like Christmas Day for football fans.
I don't know about Christmas Day. No, I'm looking forward to the start of it because we've worked hard during pre-season, and it's got a different feel about the not just here but the squad. The makeup of the squad's different, so looking forward to getting started again.
Do you have any specific targets for this season?
To be successful, so finish as high as we can. If that's promotion, great.
And you're confident that Bristol City can improve, obviously, on the way they ended last season. I'm sure you will have seen there were some statistics, obviously, where the club were bottom, for example, on shots on goal, I think, that kind of thing. But you're happy that the Robins can improve on that this year?
Yeah, very much so.
What's the team news, please, for Saturday against Blackpool?
The only two players who aren't available are the ones who had knee operations at the end of last year.
That is, sorry, just remind me, that is Antoine Semenyo.
Yeah.
And was there another? I'm not sure that I knew that there was another.
Yeah, Robbie Cundy.
Robbie Cundy, okay.
Yeah.
Was going to ask you, is Robbie still in your plans and everything? Because he's a player at Bristol City.
Never seen him play, so hopefully he'll be back on the training field soon, and then we'll see where he's at. But I wouldn't expect him to be available before the window closes, so he'll have an opportunity to prove himself.
And how much do you know about Blackpool, and what sort of challenge will they offer this week?
Well, I mean, they got promoted through the playoffs, so they've got a bit of momentum behind them. They've had a bit of a difficult pre-season, but there aren't any easy games in the Championship. So it's. But look, the bottom line for us this year is we need to make sure that our own performances are what we expect them to be. Biggest problem towards the end of last year was the trail off of our own performances. So it's very difficult to measure yourself against opponents if you're always shooting yourself in the foot like we did last year. So there'll be a decent team. Obviously Yates was in fine form last year, so we'll have to be wary of him. But apart from that, yeah, we're very much looking forward to it.
And there could be the strange situation. We've just been talking to Matty James about him possibly coming up against his brother in the Blackpool lineup. Is that something you've spoken to Matty at all about? You probably don't need to motivate him too much there, do you?
No, I've not spoken to him about his brother at all.
Just on your defence, you've picked Nathan Bacon and Rob Atkinson at the back in recent times. Obviously, Thomas Callas is the club record signing. Just where do you see Callas's position at the moment? Is it possibly a case you might be giving him a bit more rest after the Euros, or is it a case of just competition for places?
It's competition for places, so he's. It's no relevance that he's a record signing. That's got no relevance to me whatsoever. He, along with everybody else, is in competition to play, and it's as simple as that, really.
Transfer window still open, Nigel. Is there a lot of interest in your players at the moment?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
No further departures, because we saw obviously George Nurse leave the other. Is it possible Bristol City fans might see any other players leaving, or do you think you'll probably stick with the squad you've got?
Well, it depends on whether people are interested in them, Gregor, doesn't it? To be honest with you.
Fair enough. And what about loans? I know you said before you might not send so many players out on loan.
Wow.
The last few years we've seen quite a few young players go out to get first team football elsewhere. What's your thinking on that situation? Might you still keep them in-house a bit more?
Players go on loan if we think it's right for their development. Apart from that, we'll develop them here. So it depends on the individual circumstances, really. I think that's how we judge it. So we have to wait and see, I'm afraid.
This week there was the sad news, unfortunately, about Terry Cooper. Obviously, someone held in the highest regard by Bristol City fans, also across the national game, really. Are there any memories from yourself on Terry? Did you come across him much?
No, I didn't come across him really. So, but we as a club will certainly recognise his passing. I think we'll show our respects before the game with a minute's applause, and people who are better placed to make observations on him will I'm sure do so. But we as a football club certainly recognise his very positive contribution to our own history, so we'll be recognising him.
It's the first competitive game of the season, obviously, at Ashton Gate coming up. Do you have a message for the fans at all ahead of the first game of the Championship season?
Well, I'm sure they're looking forward to coming back, and we're going to need them. It'd be great to see them back at Ashton Gate, and hopefully we can provide them with the type of football that they will get behind. I think the onus is always on us to perform first, and I'm sure if they see commitment from the players, they'll get behind the team, and that's really what it's about.
Great stuff. Good luck for the new season.
Thank you.